Pew, pew, pew. Welcome to That's Hilarious. We have our very lovely guests today, your LOL favorites. You've seen them, you know them, you love them. Give it up for Leilani and Eddie. Pew, 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 pew. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for doing this. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you both. I remember one night we stayed after Tiger and we were just talking about like how we had to do this one day. And now we're here, so I'm happy. Thanks for I fuck with y'all because y'all are so real. Y'all are cool as fuck, and y'all have stories to tell. I can't even imagine. So that was the reason I wanted to come and bring y'all in today, was just to shoot the shit, talk about some stories. Earlier before you got here, we were talking about Mencia, how Mencia was just real as fuck with you.
Yeah.
No, he was real as fuck with you. That's what I like. Even the comics.
She was there that night. I wasn't bullshitting when I say these stories. She was there with it, watching this shit play out, and I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go out.
I've served Mencia for the last 12 years.
Yeah?
Been a server, yeah.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So before, okay. So I want y'all to give introductions of how y'all got involved with LOL and stuff like that. We'll go back to y'all's roots, and then but the point of that, as I brought it up, was because you said Mencia was real with you. He stayed 45 minutes and just talked.
Yeah, that was the other night they got mad at me.
Yeah. So that's cool as fuck. It might be bad comedy club etiquette. I don't know. I'm sure y'all had rules or whatever. But they're not too cool for school. They're not too big and famous to fucking just talk to someone and say hi and shit like
Carlos
that.
is always real. He's always been real. And that's the thing, is that people think he's an asshole. Because he is. But he's always been real.
He's a lovable asshole. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a lovable asshole.
He's always been real.
Yeah.
Always real. I remember him doing a joke, and he's talking about the service industry, and he's talking about Burger King and McDonald's and all that. And all his people are looking at us. And I'm like, they didn't tip us, Carlos. You can't do that joke.
Oh, no.
He's all, well, that's my joke. That's not my fault. And I'm like, can you
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah,
he did it different, though. He did. He made sure to put it out
Take
there.
y'all's
That
feelings into consideration.
No, he didn't care about our feelings, but it was messing with my money. And I felt like he understand that. He didn't like anybody messing with his money.
It was
and
derogatory or something, maybe?
It was just the way that he said the joke about the service industry. That's how the people took it. Was don't serve these people. Because it's the comedy club. It takes forever. We have 1 to 2 to 3 bartenders trying to push out all these drinks. And back then, that was 450
For hundreds of people, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
and they're all mad waiting.
His crowd's a good crowd, though. I know when he came through, his fans all remember him. He remembers stories with them from the year before, too, which makes it where they feel involved in it.
That's cool, too, where he can, remember shit.
Dude, he remembers everybody. He has stories of the people from the previous years, too, and tells them back to him, and that's what makes him excited.
Damn.
Is they know him, and he knows them, and he remembers them, and that's what he'd love to come see that.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck, dude. That's real shit. I like that. So, how long have y'all both been involved with LOL? When did y'all start? Give us some of your favorite memories
about
and
a year
stuff
and a
like
half
that.
for me.
Year and a half?
So I know you've been there for a lot longer.
I started in 2010.
Oh, gee. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
So you've seen some shit.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
That's so cool. What's one of your favorite memories that you've had with a comedian or a show or just, because I mean it's got to be wild working at a comedy club, because some comics can be crazy and wild, and some comics can be, like you said, asshole sometimes, or just anything that sticks out to y'all.
Well, like I was saying earlier,
it
it changed my perspective on San Antonio itself when Stavros came through, because that showed me that the San Antonio is a bunch of fucking swingers. When all his fans wanted to sign him to sign their wife's titties, and they wanted to go home with him so they could watch him bang them. I knew San Antonio was a different caliber of people after watching him come through, and now I look at them all a little bit different when they walk through those doors. I'm like, oh, you want to
freaks,
fuck all of them. San Antonio's a dirty little city.
That's hilarious. Shout out to Stavros.
I got a lot, but let's see what sticks out.
Or sticks in, or stuck in. Ayo. No, I don't know.
No,
Oh.
never. I was
Any
never
flirty
one of those
moments?
Yeah, there's been lots of
Yeah?
Hannibal Barris. I didn't realize that Hannibal Barris was all, hey.
Was into you?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
over the years, when you look back, because there's even been times that he's been with us here at the Magic Time Machine partying and stuff. And when you look back at those pictures, I'm like, oh, yeah, he did. But I'm such a homeboy. I didn't catch those vibes, you know? I even went back to his hotel and hung out with him.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So,
He's like, what are you waiting for? No.
I had no clue. He was a real gentleman. I had no clue. I had
shout
no
out to
clue.
him. Yeah, we're not trying to throw anybody under the
No,
bus.
I had
anything
no
like that.
clue.
I thought when Steve Trevino came through, I bullshit with all his people and him. He was good people too.
Yeah.
Went
Shout
out,
out to
party,
him.
drank. He was good. He
Yeah.
had 2 weeks down here last time, and he was amazing.
Yeah, the dude sells out like a motherfucker when he came. Yeah.
Great pieces too. Pieces that still stand out to me today that make me think about him. Like, oh shit, I remember that, and I fucked up in the same ways.
A lot of wife material. I remember I was like 6 months into comedy when he came to LOL last year in December around this time. And he did like this workshop, and after like some comics went, and then after the workshop there was like a little drawing of all the comedians there, and the winner got to do like a guest spot, and I won. I got to do the guest spot, so I was like on that stage in front of so many fucking people, and I was like nowhere near ready to be on that stage.
That was the first time I saw you on that stage.
Oh, I know. I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for the moment, but I'm thankful for the moment, like because it gave me a lot of perspective and stuff like that. But Steve Trevino, he's a real ass dude. He was just giving us knowledge, you know what I mean? So that's what I like. It's just you can just talk to people, help them with experience, just like, you know what I mean? Like that's cool as fuck. So that stuck out to me. So I'm thankful for that opportunity, and shout out to Steve Trevino.
There's so many that come through here. I think we're talking when Pauly Shore came through here. All of them have own personalities. It's cool to watch them from that perspective of the inside, because then you get to learn who they really are, and it's fun to see what they really turn into.
Yeah.
I don't like to shit on anybody's personality, but fucking some people got some crazy personalities that are extensive.
What has been without saying names, what has been like the rudest thing like a comic has said to you? Has a comic ever been shitty to you?
Didn't I already take a picture with you yesterday?
For real?
Mm-hmm. No, sir, you didn't.
Damn.
So I've had some try to tell me how to do my job, which is cool. I'm cool with listening to direction. But
Yeah.
then they contradict themselves and get mad about the direction they told me to take. It's like, that's not what I really wanted, but I did it, and they're like, oh, that's not what we need. So that's the only thing that I've ever really had, is where they try to give me direction, I take the direction, they don't like the results.
Okay.
You know, I miss coming through, but he's so big. Joe Coy.
Oh yeah.
I miss him coming through. He
oh
was
yeah.
awesome.
Good luck with that.
He was amazing. He was such a sweetheart. I remember this one time after the show. It wasn't all the shows, but this one time he went around and tipped the entire staff.
Wow.
Everybody, door guys, the cooks,
Yeah.
everybody. He said, "Thank you for working my show. Thank you for working my show."
Wow.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that's fucking beautiful. See, I love
Yes.
shit like that. I was just
love
about to
Joe
say, like,
Coy.
so he was like, what audiences were like the best tippers or the kindest people? You know what I mean? Or what audiences were like the craziest?
It doesn't even matter.
Don't bite your tongue. Don't step on
no,
your feet.
I have to, because
Okay.
I don't know if you signed it, but I signed it.
Oh,
We have signed something
okay.
at
All right,
work
all right.
so it's like
Moving
you gotta
forward.
you gotta be careful.
Moving
but
forward.
what I've noticed is what the audience is if they're laughing, they're gonna tip good.
Yeah.
If they're having a good time.
Oh, that makes sense.
And
I didn't
they're
even think about that.
laughing, they're super warm, they're gonna tip good.
Yeah.
If they stay cold the whole time, they don't get it, not
Yeah.
understanding, they're not really happy, they're not going to tip
So those are
much.
telltale signs.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
what
I
I've
didn't even
noticed.
think about that. That makes sense though.
Because it doesn't really matter whose crowd is rowdy, whose crowd is more polite.
If they're having fun, they're having fun.
Yes.
And if they're not,
and people are people,
they're
you know,
not. Yeah.
I know there are some crowds that bring in a lot of Karens, though. I remember those ones. We have one person in particular that brings in a shitload of Karens for his crowd.
Really?
And that's interesting to watch, to play out. Because
Damn.
no matter what we do, they're always going to be...
Karens love me though.
Yeah. But it's interesting to deal with because they think that they're part of the show as well. That's the only reason I can't stand them. My job is to stop them from being a part of the show, but they think
Sometimes
they
they
need to add to
don't.
it.
I'm like, you know what? This is how you do it, Eddie.
Yeah, you've got...
Ma'am,
she's
be
got that
quiet.
plenty of times.
Sorry, you
yeah,
can't talk.
you gotta be
You
a
have
servant
to.
sometimes.
Again, but I have to give the courtesy to the comic to try to overcome
No.
the situation.
See,
Some of them
and
build
I don't
great
feel
material
like
off
you
the top.
understand that, because even though you like, for example, we had just a show a few weeks ago.
I got you. I know which one it was.
When
I know when you got mad at me. That was recently.
And you thought he was playing off the crowd, and so the next show you asked him,
Yep.
you know, to give you a sign, and he couldn't because he's on stage and the light is bright. So afterwards, when those people left, I was like, how are those people over there? He was like, man, nobody told him to stop. I was like, I know. I told our door guy, but he said that he had talked to you.
Yeah.
But that you would give him a sign. He was like, yeah.
That's weird. That's the complete opposite of what he told me. He didn't tell me that. You're getting a different story because I talked to him after the show.
said,
And he said,
yeah.
thank you. He said, it's cool. I played with it. I built out of it.
But yeah, he did say that, though. He did say that he did play
professional.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's, I feel like a lot of people, so just working in the comedy club and watching it, people don't understand. So like our first door guys that we had, we were the original door guys. Like we sat. It was the servers and management. We sat the tables.
Okay.
We took care of them. We did it. And then on big shows, we would get door guys, which were local comedians, which were stop talking. No, you got to get out. They already knew what to do because they've already been on stage, you know? But then when we get these new guys that come through, they don't know comedy.
They don't know how to be like
no,
assertive.
they don't know. Yeah.
They're scared to be like
very, very because they are, like you said, worried about the comedian. It doesn't matter if the comedian is doing crowd play.
Just shut
you still
up.
got to tell them.
Yeah, you got to shut up.
Yes,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, and I feel like people don't understand that because they do feel like part of the show and want to be at the show.
That's the worst.
And especially if a comedian is a crowd play type of comedian, that one person thinks that they're in the show, and now it's all them.
And then that opens it up for more people to be like,
"Oh, out.
I'm gonna get my moments."
I've seen some things.
yeah.
I have seen some things.
Yeah, man. I remember I was listening to this podcast one time. I forgot who was on it. I think it was Tom Segura. He was talking about like one of the craziest things he's seen at a comedy club. Oh, at his shows recently. One of his shows, like someone got up and like pissed, like in the corner of the room. Like, has that any crazy shit happened like that?
I know we've
like,
had to throw away chairs. I remember taking chairs up because we've had to throw those away.
We've had an incident, but we had to sign a paper stating that we
you
couldn't.
can't talk about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I could tell you afterwards. Off the record.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to get you in trouble here.
Yeah, we couldn't talk about it. But
That's so funny.
Yes, chairs, because we haven't seen those. So some women,
we've thrown away chairs for that very reason. Yeah,
because we don't
Yeah.
shit happens.
Say less.
And God bless. You
I was
poor
trying to keep it at less, but
yeah.
That happened at the Tiger recently. I was at the Tiger, and it was during Pat's show. Actually, shout out to Fantastic Damage every fourth Friday. This dude, but it was weird because he was in a wheelchair. And like, you know, if you've been to Tiger, there's a steep stairs
because it's in the
so two people carried him down there.
That's amazing.
That's impressive.
And I was down there and I'm just watching the show, and then in the corner of my ear I just hear like the sounds of someone pissing, and I'm like, nuh-uh. And I look over and he's staring right at me. He's like staring right at me.
You know this is happening.
And he's like,
this is happening.
This is happening.
I cannot go upstairs.
I know, yeah. You can't blame him. You can't blame him, right? So I was like, damn, dude, that's wild. You should have let him know before. Hey.
I mean, he has two choices: to avoid eye contact or show dominance, and he showed dominance
showed
right there.
it. He took it.
Dominance.
No, he
took it.
stared into my soul.
He
And he's
took
like,
it.
this
He
is
took
happening.
that.
I was like, you know what? Kind of respect it now, I guess. Like, you got to. So fuck.
That's great.
What made y'all want to get involved with the comedy club? Have you always been fans of comedy or growing up?
I've always been. I grew up watching
What
it.
are some of your first comedy memories? Who are some of your favorites, like all times? Like, because I remember, we were talking about this earlier, like my first memories, I remember being like fucking 9 or something and just remembering like Chris Rock punchlines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and just watching the original Kings of Comedy, the Latin Kings of Comedy. Like, I remember getting introduced to like Cheech and Chong before I even knew they were Cheech and Chong. I was just,
everybody
like Up in
knows,
Smoke. Yeah, I was like, damn. So later I found out, I was like, oh shit, I got introduced to it pretty young, pretty early. So what about y'all?
I know for me, I fell in love with it after coming back from the military. I've always found humor great. My family grew up with a bunch of alcohol.
He was our customer.
Yeah, many times.
He was our customer.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden he's at the door.
Yeah, I want to say I liked it. To me, it was an escape. It was.
Let me in.
I'm going to a place where their intentions are really to make me happy, and I'm going to a place that's making me smile. I've had a hard enough day, anyways. Give me something that's gonna make me happy at the end of it. So I go there to bullshit with the people I want to be around. I've already learned in life. I'm not gonna do anything I don't want to do. I'm only at a place that I want to be. If I don't want to be there, I'm not going to be there. And to me, that was the place to stop that made me smile, made me think about my day and decompress. Watching people going through their struggles, but finding a way to laugh it out through. Yeah. So to me, I fell in love with the place instantly after I've been there once.
That's dope, dude.
I grew up loving Chris Farley.
Oh, yeah.
Dana Carvey.
Yep.
You know, Mike... I want to say Michael Myers. That's what I keep coming to my head. But what's his name?
Mike Myers or?
Yes, Mike Myers, right?
Yeah.
Wayne and Garth.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy. You know, all the old school.
Yeah, dude.
Gallagher.
Remember R.I.P.
Tripping on acid, watching Gallagher.
That Gallagher sold his set to his brother, and his brother performed the set, and then he had to try to buy it back from his brother because he wouldn't give it back to him.
Damn, you were tripping on acid watching Gallagher?
Watching Gallagher. So
How old are you?
I'm 16.
You're 16.
Yeah, I was 16, tripping on acid. And I was coming down and everybody's falling asleep and I'm still going. And Gallagher's on TV and he's just smashing these watermelons. And it was amazing. So I actually got to meet Gallagher.
No shit.
Yes. So one show, it was...
he was here?
He was downtown.
Okay.
He was doing a show. But I was working Kevin Nealon's show.
Okay.
So Kevin Nealon,
so
he's a sweetheart. And he's super
he's
tall.
so good. He's so good.
So there's this old guy in the back, and he's watching pretty much where all y'all sit, right in the back. Yeah. And he's watching the show. Now the show is over. Now we're trying to clean the room, and there's a line waiting, but they're not waiting for Kevin Nealon. But I think they are. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, Kevin's not coming out. He's not meeting anybody. They're like, no, we're waiting for him. It's like, that's not Gallagher. And I looked because he was talking to our owner. And it was fucking Gallagher. And I told him. And I told him how I first saw his show. I was tripping on acid.
Damn.
And it was amazing.
That's fucking cool.
And he said, I know, right? He said, what do you think I was on?
Oh, man.
Gallagher was cool.
Wow, perfect. Like, that's exactly how you would want him to be, right? They say never meet your idols and never meet, like, anybody, but, like, how fucking cool is that?
Like, I know,
to where he's like, I know, right? He just gets you in that moment.
He was still wearing a striped shirt. He had a striped shirt.
The patterns.
But his hair was short. It was real clean cut. And it took me a minute.
Yeah. Be like, oh shit, that's Gallagher. R.I.P. By the way, he just passed away recently.
Yes.
That's dope though. You got to see him.
I got to meet him.
Fuck yeah.
I didn't even know he was gone. Thank you for hurting me like that. I had no clue that he was gone. Sorry.
Dang.
For some reason, I thought Gallagher was still around.
No, it was just a couple days ago.
Yeah, not even. Okay. Very recent.
Yeah. Piff the Magic Dragon came through.
Now, I've heard about that. I've never seen... I don't think I've ever seen it, but I've heard about Piff the Magic Dragon. He dresses up in a dragon suit, right?
The green, it's awesome. That's the foreign guy, right? With the dragon outfit?
He's British.
Green dragon outfit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was great to hear him and Jeff talk. It was great. Sorry. The manager. Yeah.
I love his accent.
Piff and I were actually in the dumpster together looking for his magic trick because one of the staff members we threw it away because we're cleaning up the stage and it's a dog. It was a dog can. It was dog food. It was dog food.
So you're like, what the fuck is this here?
It was one of the magic tricks, but it was dog food. We threw it away. He was all, where's my dog food? Your dog food? Him and Jeff, your dog food? We threw it away. Oh, no.
They threw it away?
Our owner even came down. She was in this really nice dress and heels. And she even came down. She was dressed. She came down barefooted in jeans with gloves ready to jump in the dumpster. Yeah. Piff and I we found it though.
Piff the homie.
Yeah, we found it.
When did y'all realize? Because I remember like when I first tried to like fist bump Jeff, and he's just like, no,
awkward.
I don't do that.
Yeah, he'll back off. He'll back off.
Yeah,
he don't touch people. He don't touch people.
That's just like he just never like he just doesn't.
No.
No?
The only time he's ever touched a person is twice, and that's his ex-wife, and that's his 2 kids. That's it. That's it.
I remember that, and I was like, oh man, everyone had that moment where they probably try to say what's up to Jeff, and he's like, no.
I've seen a lot of the comments try, and he backs off instantly. He doesn't do it. With nobody.
Is that kind of like, who's that comic who's Howie Mandel? Is he like, is it germophobic? He's just like, I don't want to touch germophobic, or?
I don't know if it's germs.
I don't think it's. No, he's always been this. Yeah.
I never knew that.
I'm not too sure if it's germs or anything. Maybe.
You gotta talk to him one day about it.
But he don't like anybody to touch him. Nobody.
Hey, man likes what the man likes.
Look, shout out to Bobby Lee, because Bobby Lee, I remember when he first came, he would not go on stage. Once he found out that Jeff does not like to touch people, he would not go on stage unless Jeff hugged him. The thing is that he was in his underwear.
Oh, no.
Jeff had to hug him.
No.
It was the most awkward hug.
I wish I would have seen that.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Bobby Lee going Bobby Lee.
Dude, Bobby Lee.
He's cool as fuck, too.
Yeah.
I heard he was at the Tiger one time, too. He came and hung out at the Tiger. This was before I started doing comedy. But, yeah, I was actually just on YouTube the other day listening to the old Willful Ignorance podcast. Old Kabaza and George Anthony and Raul. And they had Bobby Lee on there. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I saw that episode. Yeah.
Because that night, me and the other staff member, or Boricua, we decided to go eat at the gyms. Yeah. And the waitress comes over and she serves us, but you have George and all them over there with Bobby, right? In a booth over there. And the server was like, oh my God, that's the owner of the comedy club over there. She had no clue who Bobby was, but they sold it that he owned the club.
Yeah.
And she just kept going off. And Monica and I were like, yeah. They played it. That server was excited. She was
cool
super
as fuck.
excited. Yeah.
Bobby Lee is so funny. Yeah, he's like he's such a silly goose. So that he'll keep the joke going and he'll just play and stuff like that. So that's really cool that he came through and was like that. Just cool as fuck. Another cool as fuck real dude who's just hanging. You know what I mean? Let's fucking hang out. Let's do some shit like that.
There's been a lot more cool as fuck comedians than jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I've only, again, year and a half, but I've seen that. I agree with
There's
that
been
100%.
a lot more cool homies than.
who's some of your favorite comedians?
I like Kevin Nealon. When he came through, he was good.
Oh, he was amazing.
I missed Bob Saget when he came through. That was actually the last person I saw before I took the job.
R.I.P.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the last person I saw, and then I took the job right afterwards.
He
and
did
he made
like
me
a
want to stay.
pre-show for us.
I took my dad to that
super
show.
Cute.
It was
Really?
amazing.
Yeah, because he was doing his sound out
Yeah, his
equipment, so
guitar.
it was like our own personal show. Because
My dog licked my balls.
I don't.
so-
I don't want to say what, but he was making fun prior of the comedian that was there the week before.
Okay, yeah.
So it was our own private little show.
That's sweet,
and
though.
it was great. It was
Yeah.
great.
Damn.
R.I.P.
And I
You want a good cry? Yeah, go to Netflix and go
Yeah.
watch the tribute to him on there. Man, that was a good cry.
And then I know my other one I was telling you about was Ari, because Ari put a set that wasn't just one piece. He told different stories for multiple nights, and I was
the Jew
impressed.
guy.
I was so impressed. Yes,
no, his new special is called
called The
Jew.
Jew.
Oh,
It's called Jew. Yeah, yeah.
My last name's Wiseman. Jewish. He is great though.
Amazing.
Ari?
He's great. Yes,
Amazing.
Yeah.
and he gets dark, and it's funny to
Yeah.
watch his crowd
His audience.
because they get scared. They don't know if they should laugh or not.
Nah, yeah.
funny.
If you're
It's
a fan
great.
of Ari, yeah, you come to a show, you know kind of what
Well,
to
his
expect.
isn't you just do one show. If you can do multiple shows, you'll hear different stories. At least that's what you did the weekend.
So there's not a lot of comedians that can do that.
None of them do it. They
There's
always
not a
just
lot.
refine their material,
gets
sharpen
dark?
it up over the
No, that can change their material.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a different set
Yeah.
each show instead of
He will
doing
tell
the
you a
same
story.
set.
If you show up to all his shows, you'll get a different show each time, and he'll tell a story throughout the whole time.
Yeah.
It's great.
He's
Chris
just-
Porter is one that can change it up. Ryan Stout, am I saying that name? He used to come to the club all the time. I remember him there all the time. He could change it up real quick.
That's just like a master craftsman, you know. He's
There's
just,
not a whole lot of them that do
No,
it. Most
there's
of them
not.
just sharpen their pieces, refine the order, and take out what doesn't work in the city and just sharpen it the whole weekend. He was one that just played his game. He did everything, told you stories. If you're there the whole time, you're getting to know who he is.
Yeah, because I mean, Ari's been doing it for so long, and he's just like, been on the road for so long, so he's got like, probably hours on hours. I remember seeing Kevin Nealon last time he came, and this is so funny because like my favorite thing, like his jokes obviously were great and stuff, but like there was two parts of like this show that just made me laugh the most because like he was in the middle of his set, and a lady in the front row got up, and without skipping a beat, he's like, leave. he's like, get out right now. He's like, I want you to leave. Dude, so the timing was so perfect. And then at the end of the show, he literally, I shit you not, went on and off stage. I don't know if he does this like, I don't know if that's part of his act. I don't know if he does this every time, but he literally went on and off stage like 6-7 times. And I'm like, there's no way it's going to be funnier again. And every single time it was funny. He's like, all right. He's like, all right, I'll go, I'll leave. He's like, okay, I'll come back. And then he came back on stage. And dude, every single time it just kept getting funnier and funnier and funnier. I was like, wow, I've never seen anything like that before. It was so fucking funny. It was so sweet.
You know who I miss? I miss Ralphie May.
Oh, fuck, man, yeah.
Do you know who Ralphie May is?
Of course.
Oh, my gosh.
Shout out to Houston.
He would come and hang out with us, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, Ralphie gave me a golden blunt.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool. Yes, I didn't want to smoke it. Everybody was ready.
Yeah.
I wanted to save it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool, man. Yeah, Ralphie was so great. And you hear so many great Ralphie May stories, like of him just being the sweetest guy. You know,
super
ever.
sweet.
Yeah, the sweetest fucking guy.
Super.
Yeah, Ralphie May was like, oh, now he was also like one of my earliest like comedians I remember seeing. And yeah, he's obviously so good. What about you? Who's some of you like? Who are some of y'all's favorite comedians like right now? Like, what's like a show you really enjoyed seeing, or like, did anybody? Are you a new fan of somebody, or like? Because I'm sure like you hear some people like you don't know who they are sometimes when they come through, and then you end up seeing them and you end up becoming a fan.
Actually, the girl that's there right now.
Maddie?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was.
I'm probably going to go check that out tonight.
That's what I told her.
Filthy
oh, my
comment.
God. But I told her.
Filthy.
I told her that I think I might come see the show tonight.
I'm probably going to pop in.
Because I was working last night. Last night was weird.
I worked.
Cannot talk about
I worked
it.
Friday.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Absolutely filthy on Friday.
Dude,
so I imagine Saturday was great.
With some of the things that I had looked up, you could tell that the crowd wasn't feeling it, but she made me chuckle. You know what I noticed working there? I loved comedy. I never wanted to be a comedian, but I was always a goofy kid, made people laugh.
Yeah.
And then the job just was actually handed. I was working at IHOP, and one of my regulars there was watching me bounce from all the tables. And she was like, you would be good. Yeah,
social.
She was like, you could do it here. Not social, working my tables, doing what I have to do. And she's the one who got me the job at the club. So when I started working, I noticed that comedy has a lot of politics in it. Mm-hmm. And I noticed a lot of clicking up. Yeah. And I actually had told my brother right before I got here about you. I said, I like this kid. I said, I noticed that there was a new guy. We were outside at the mine shaft, and a kid had came over and sat down. I think he was trying to smoke, and he was super nervous. It was his first time being downstairs, and you gave him positive comebacks. You told him to keep coming back. Don't stop. You gave them all this positive stuff. Look, I love that. Because when I first came through, all of them clicked up and nobody wanted to help nobody. Nobody. They were mean. They were all mean. If you weren't in this group, you would try to be in this group. Like my brother Cliff, poor baby. He was one of the boys trying to bounce around everywhere. He was trying to get somewhere. And
shout out to Cliff.
Yes.
Shout out to Cliff.
He, that was around when I came in, and I feel like a little bit here in San Antonio has changed with all you new ones coming through. Y'all are giving positive, which I like. Let's bring everybody up. If you bomb, you bomb. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. But let's do it. Don't give up.
Nice cool.
That's what I mean. Don't give up. I don't think I have a comedian that I like anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you look forward to seeing again? Because I know you've seen a lot more than me. Who do you want to see again when they come back to San Antonio? Or if they can come back?
I miss Chris Porter.
I've never heard of Chris Porter.
Rich Voss.
Oh, Rich Voss is
miss
good.
my Raging Cajun John Morgan. I miss these guys because they're genuine. Rich Voss is amazing. He's a sweetheart, but he's an asshole on stage. I remember people coming and leaving his show because people don't understand about comedy. They're like, let's just go see a comedy show. And they go and they're like, make me laugh. But really, like, when you go to the movies, do you watch a trailer? Or do you just pick a random movie and let's go watch it?
Exactly.
You know, like...
Some people don't do their research or their homework, and it's just like, let's just go and see what happens.
I did that once at the movies. I went to go see.
You fuck around and find out.
I saw Cabin in the Woods by accident. I had no clue what I was walking myself into.
Is that a scary one?
Yeah, there's some horrible stuff in that one. Horrible. I think that's the one where with a period puts his hand down. There's all the blood.
Cabin in the Woods.
Is that the one?
Yeah, is that where they get the fever? They get like fevers and stuff,
accidentally
right?
walked in that one. I was movie hopping as a kid.
Yeah.
And I walked into that theater and I saw what I was watching. I was like, why did I do this? I was like, this is a horrible idea. Never doing this again.
And I feel like that's how people are with comedy.
Sometimes they don't do their research. They don't do their homework, and then they get shocked by what they see. And I'm like, you gotta... Yeah.
Rich Voss.
People who get it, and then people who don't. And the people who get it are sweethearts. Yeah, no, Rich Voss is fucking hilarious. So a segment that I like to do on here on this podcast is like I love to give recommendations. And these are personal recommendations. I like to do movies, music, and comedy. So what are something we'll start with you, Eddie. What is your favorite movie, music, or comedy that you've seen lately? Favorite of all time, anything like that the people out there should probably watch. Two people watching this.
Very old. I still love Die Hard. Die Hard is still one of those movies.
Is that your favorite movie?
Every year I'll watch it once.
Die Hard.
Christmas? Did you just say that because it's like almost Christmas
Bruce
season?
Willis.
Oh, that, and I like to watch that
Christmas
Carl
movie?
Winslow as the cop. Every time I see him on the screen, it just some reason makes me happy.
Okay.
He's my favorite character. He's the cop that's talking him through all the stuff that's going on in the place.
Listen, you might not like this, but I've never seen it.
You've never seen Die Hard?
Never watched it. I've never watched it from start to finish. I've seen I've seen a couple. Yeah, I've seen the scenes. I understand the references, but I haven't seen it from start to finish.
I have the same thing about Star Wars. I've never seen the Star Wars.
Oh, no.
None of them.
Yeah.
I think I remember watching them as a kid, but like... You're a kid, so you're running around like your parents are watching it.
Well, I've watched all the spoofs. I've seen the Robot Chicken. My favorite reference is Spaceballs. I've seen Spaceballs.
Yeah,
I know
I've
Star
seen
Wars. It's the same
Spaceballs.
concept.
Yeah.
I've seen enough of the spoofs to know the main story, but
That
to me,
thing at
I'll
the
stick with
end scared
Spaceballs.
me.
Yes.
Then he danced.
So Die Hard, that's your favorite one?
Yeah, hands down my favorite movie.
Fuck
is that.
yeah.
Well, that and Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy, I love too.
Oh, Grandma's
That's the only
Boy is
movie
good.
I've ever bought
nightly
3
movie
times.
for me at
Grandma's
one time.
Boy is
I
such
have
a
bought
great-
the DVD for that 3 times because the first 2 times I had it stolen from me. So I had to buy it 3 times just to get that
I
movie.
thought you just messed them up.
No, they got stolen. I give it to people to watch with me, and I ended up leaving it there, and they just never gave it back.
See, back in our day, you'd buy DVDs and they get scratched up, so you have to buy them again. No. Yeah, that's so funny. Grandma's Boy is such a great stoner, like, classic movie. Every time he'd make the food, like, he'd put it in the oven. He was like, she doesn't have a microwave? Of course, she's 106 or whatever. I'm like, oh, that
I just
food
love the
actually
part
looks good.
where she's
Doris Roberts.
hiding under the bed, and he's laying in bed sleeping.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
the ghost
yeah,
noise,
yeah,
and she
yeah.
walks out and pops out.
I love that shit. Do you have a favorite movie of all time? Or anything you've seen recently that's been garbage or good?
Hey, Bullet Train was all right.
I want to see that.
Oh my God,
I
it
want to
was
see that.
great. It
I
was
love Brad
great.
Pitt.
Bullet Train?
Yeah, it's Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
There's that rapper guy that everybody talks about. He's
Machine
in
Gun
there.
Kelly is in. Oh no,
No, the other one.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy. That guy's in it. I didn't even know which one Bad Bunny was until
have no clue who
Boricua
that
told
is.
me. Yes,
Yeah.
see?
No clue.
Like I said, he's the wolf in the bullet.
I stick to old school music.
You'll figure
so
it out.
New
Like,
stuff,
when
it
you
still
see
blows
it,
over my head.
He goes, ow. It was great. Bullet Train was
I
great.
looked-
You know who's got a great wolf thing? Have you heard Mike Suarez's bit about a wolf?
No.
Oh, and his
Nah, I
wife's
like
dream.
Mike, though, yeah.
Oh,
He's funny.
Mike has an amazing bit that I still howl because there's one bit about a wolf and his wife's dream, and
He's finally got
asking
a new
questions
joke.
while he's sleeping.
Hey, Mike Suarez,
Mike has
love
an
you.
amazing bit. Hands down, one of my
Get
favorite
new
ones. I love
stuff.
I like that.
Last 12 years, when I started, he was a feature. Still a feature. Still the same jokes. Now he's divorced.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Suarez, love you.
Love you, Mike. Oh my God.
I got a
That's so
shirt,
funny.
the ghost. Gross. The tissue, Gross.
Mike's cool, man. I love Mike.
Religious.
Fuck. I think honestly, like one of my favorite movies. You know what I just recently rewatched was Blood Diamond. Do y'all remember that? With,
A long time ago.
With Leo.
Where they're getting the diamonds out there, right?
Sierra Leone. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio's in it.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And he does that funny accent. Yeah, he's like doing fucking yeah.
I had the biggest crush on him.
Yeah, who didn't? Everybody
don't
did.
know.
He was a heartthrob. All like
During which phase though? It wasn't the Gilbert
All of
Grape.
it, all of it. I loved all of it.
You loved him as Gilbert Grape?
Yes.
That's adorable.
I'll take that retarded little boy. Poor baby. I loved
what
all of
people do.
him when he was little.
Yeah, people are always sharing that shit on
I was the
Facebook.
same way
They're
with
like,
Christina Ricci, though.
All of it. Yes,
I had a
she's
huge
amazing.
crush on Wednesday as a kid.
She's amazing.
oh, it's Casper, dog.
Oh,
Remember
like
Casper?
love that too. Yes.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty
she's
hot.
the best Wednesday.
I think that was where I really fell with her. Like, when I saw her in Casper, I was like, oh, I love this woman.
Yeah.
And then she got
But
older.
now
and I
there's
saw her.
pictures of her.
I see.
What was Wednesday's mom's name? Morticia. Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh,
There's pictures of her being Morticia.
that's who I wanted to see as Morticia when they remade it, because they're remaking the Addams Family,
Oh, I didn't.
and I wanted to see her as Morticia. I think that would have been a great
there's
cast.
pictures of her. She's great.
I think she would be. She was great as Wednesday.
She was the
Watching her
best
grow into
Wednesday.
Morticia would have been amazing.
She was the
Nice.
best Wednesday.
Well, and then was it Raul Julia was the best? What's
Who's
the guy's
that?
the husband?
Oh yes,
He
but
was
didn't he pass away? Right.
He was also the one in the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I love Raul
Didn't he
Julia.
play Santa Anna too? He played Santa Anna.
Santa Anna. Damn,
Yeah,
I
this
remember
is
they made
old.
us watch that shit. In
Oh, you
fucking
know real stuff
high
about him. I
school.
know goofy stuff about him. I like
Oh,
that.
he played Santa Anna.
The Street Fighter movie though. I
Yeah.
watched that too. That was
Who
funny.
didn't
did
watch
I.
the Street Fighter? Everybody will have seen it. but they
Jean
just don't
Claude.
remember.
He's like, now you've lost your balls.
Oh my God, I love John Claude. All his movies, they're all the same.
Bloodsport.
Yes.
Just like Elvis, the same character.
Yeah.
But I loved him.
Elvis just playing like not even trying, just doing the same
He just
accent.
did the
yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, like John Wayne.
Insane.
He's just
Yes.
like not even trying. but
Insane.
just
Didn't John Wayne do is it the Conqueror, Genghis Khan?
Yeah, like he's supposed to be
What?
Asian,
Yes,
but he didn't
really? Yes,
even
John
he didn't
Wayne-
even play it.
John
He's
Wayne
just-
did Genghis Khan.
It's just
Yeah.
him as John Wayne.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, he's done that.
You know what's weird? Val Kilmer came to the club. I met Val Kilmer.
Oh, this is a great question. Any celebrities that you've met that came because of a show? Val Kilmer and Heat? You ever see Heat?
No.
You never saw Heat?
With the girls?
No.
No.
Fuck that.
That's the
no,
dirty
no, no.
cop
With
one,
Al
right?
Pacino, Robert De Niro,
Yeah.
the cop, the fire.
No.
Oh, you have to watch
No.
Heat. It's such a good fucking movie. Val Kilmer's in there. He's
I
fucking.
met him.
He kills it.
But he didn't talk.
Yeah. Was he your
No.
Batman? Obviously.
No, no,
Batman.
no, no.
that's
He
right.
did a show at the club. It was the weirdest show I've ever seen. So he didn't speak.
He did a show.
Yeah, but he couldn't speak. There's something going on, I think, with his
he had,
health.
like throat cancer or something.
Something.
Because I remember he started wearing the scarf and he had
But
surgery on his throat.
they pulled down the projection and they played his Mark Twain thing.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
And that was that. And I got to meet him. And
Wow.
I was the only one that got the solo picture with him. And then he wanted a group picture, so that it was done. Because then he saw all the staff and he was
Yeah.
like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Have you met any celebrities that came through to a show?
Yes,
for
what's
a
his
show?
name? Baldwin. A Baldwin came through the show.
Oh, yeah?
And Gallagher came
Nice.
through a show. Daniel Baldwin.
Yeah.
And then Selena's family has came.
That's right. Selena's family came through, and that was amazing. They're good
But
people.
so Chris let us meet him, but the sister stayed anonymous.
Oh,
But
okay.
she wanted to. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah,
we
yeah,
left
yeah.
her alone. We
Yeah,
left her
yeah.
alone.
She was good people, though. I
Yeah,
hung
yeah,
out
yeah.
with her when she
Did
was
you
through
out
there.
there?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
nice. Real nice people.
He's got a different job. He's out there with all the people
Yeah,
while we're in
yeah.
here
You're working,
trying to
and I'm just
serve.
hanging out
Yeah,
with them.
yeah.
That's
Whatever.
dope. No, yeah, I
that's
saw.
what you're supposed to do.
Edward Hernandez had Chris on his podcast recently, or maybe not.
They went to
recently,
high
it's a long
school
time
together.
ago. Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they went to
dope.
high school
I love
together.
Edward Hernandez.
I
He's
do too.
always like
Great-
telling
great
Yeah,
crazy,
they're like really close.
amazing stories. He's got a lot of stories too.
I love
Edward
Eddie.
Hernandez. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. What kind of music are you on? What kind of music do y'all love? What kind of music? Because this is part of the recommendations still. Favorite music of all time? You have a favorite band or artist or something
I
like
still
that?
love Sublime. I'm sticking with it.
Sublime.
Amen. Oh, that's
Really?
what I was going to.
I don't need to
That's
change.
mine. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
mine
Wow,
too.
both
That's
of
how
y'all.
old we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sublime. I was actually.
And I like Incubus. I don't do this
Like the
new
original,
stuff.
not the when they got the
Yes.
new singer. I'm
no,
not a fan
no,
of him.
I don't.
I've seen
He's
them with
cool,
the new singer.
Row or whatever,
the
but
same.
no,
It's
it's
not
not
the
the
same
same. do you know the Long Beach Dub All Stars? So that came after Bradley died. Long Beach Dub All Stars. They're all right.
Yeah,
they're all right.
I like Rise Against. Rise Against has some good music, but that's depressing. When I hear him
like
singing,
fast up tempo.
No, it's
Rise Against.
It's a little bit, but yeah, when I hear them singing, it's all depressing stuff. That's when I get in my moods. If I drank too much, I'm like, just put that shit on and make me feel sad today.
Dude, put Deftones on if you want to cry.
Deftones is great. Deftones is amazing. Also,
if you want to whine,
Deftones
just
was my
hear
sex
your
music.
whining. I can't stand it. I can't.
That's
What's his name? Chino?
Yeah.
He just cries.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Me, Daniel Velasquez, and Justin Governal, we went out last night, and on the way home, I was dropping them off, and Governal loves Sublime, so we were listening to Caress Me Down. And then what I got, dude, we were just jamming Sublime
My
last night.
very first Sublime song was Waiting for My Ruka.
Ah, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Governor was like, I thought that dude was Spanish. I thought that dude was Mexican
does it
the whole
well.
time. But
He
he's
actually-
like, no, he
little
does
white
like
boy.
a good, yeah,
Yeah,
he does like
he speaks
a good
Spanish real well,
Hey,
though.
he speaks better Spanish than I do.
Yeah.
Governor your
Yeah.
soul, Bradley.
Do y'all speak Spanish? Do you speak Spanish?
No.
Only bad words and food. That's all I ever learned. That's all my grandma taught me. She said, learn how to order your own food and learn when people talk shit about you. So that's all I ever learned was the bad words
No,
and food.
my grandma beat me. That's how you're
They did
supposed
that
to
too.
know
They used to throw
Spanish.
heels at me. I mean, that's
Oh, yeah, it's frowned upon.
But then grandma also used
because
to love
we don't
stealing
know
shit.
it because we're Hispanic and we don't know
it's
it.
frowned upon whenever you try and be around some real Mexicans that fucking
Oh
speak
my
Spanish.
gosh!
It's
When
like,
we do
oh.
the all Spanish speaking shows.
Oh, yeah.
Segura had one of those.
Yes, he did.
I didn't work that one. How was that?
And there.
So you're
oh
just
my
like,
God.
siéntate, por favor. Siéntate. ¿Qué quieres?
What can I get you?
Sí,
Yeah,
¿qué
yeah.
quieres? Cerveza? Sí.
Tu what do they say? Tu habla? No hablo. No entiendes? Did I say that right? It's horrible.
Nah, I try. Like, I was at a taco truck last night and I was speaking Spanish the whole way through until the last question where she said something and I didn't understand it. I was like, you got me. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, what?
I gave up trying to learn Spanish when my family speaks Spanish, but then I used them to help me get in Spanish when I was in school, and I got a C. So I realized, my family,
Still got a B.
my family doesn't speak very well still. They do Tex-Mex.
Mexican American. They take Spanish.
For the longest time, I thought the
They
word
get a
pata was
B.
foot, and I recently learned pata is actually a hoof. I had no clue that the word
Oh,
pata
I always
was
thought it was
foot.
foot.
No, it's a hoof.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, foot.
Yeah.
But pata is like slang.
Yeah, it
The
is. Like,
pata
That,
mobile.
again, this
Yeah,
is why
yeah,
I
yeah.
failed
Yeah.
in Spanish class when I was in high
Yeah.
school. They're teaching me the wrong words.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex.
We
'Cause
grew,
it's
yeah. We fucking, I would like all the Mexicans in my high school, like, we just cheated off the white people in Spanish class.
That's what I did.
Yeah, we were just like, I'll talk to my mom. I'll fucking learn this shit
But then
from
I
my
cheated
people.
off my grandma. She gave me the wrong answers when I took homework home. So
Yeah, well, because it's Tex-Mex. It was slang.
And they wanted proper.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Yep.
wanted
Yeah.
like shit from Spain.
My Spanish teacher would not let me get away reading it like the white kids.
Really?
She made me.
She made you fucking
Yes.
roll that R?
She saw my mom's last name is Lopez. Yeah.
She made you roll
Yeah.
that R, dog. Yeah.
No habla. She's like, no, oh, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't
I
expect
felt like
much out
she
of
was
it.
my grandma beating me all over again.
Some people will correct me when I say Flores. They're like, no, mijo, it's Flores. I was like,
Oh,
all right,
all
I'm
right.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah, my last name is High. They don't expect much out of a last name like that. They don't even know what the hell I am at the
I didn't
time.
even know he was Hispanic.
Me either.
Thought he was
That's what I know.
white.
You're appropriating our culture, dude.
Well,
No, just kidding.
deal with it. That's what we do. Fucking deal with it. Deal with that shit.
Damn, dude. So, fun questions. Would you rather? I got a would you rather for y'all, okay? Would you rather every time you watch porn, your parent cannot use their phone, or or say if you have kids, someone who's very important to you cannot use their phone until you finish, and they get notifications about it and all that, or no more porn.
No more porn.
No more
That's
porn.
easy for me.
You can live with it.
Live with
You
it.
can live with it.
Live with it.
Do the notifications stay on their phone so they can look at it later?
Yeah, they're like, Eddie was watching fucking Asian gangbangs for
I've seen those.
54
Love those.
minutes.
I love the blurriness. I love it when they
Yeah.
pixelate it, and I'm like, I can't really see what's going on,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm fascinated by the mystery.
They're just like, get off your phone.
Hands
and
down,
you
those
use
are my
it.
favorite right now. I've been very fascinated in those because of the mystery. It's all blurry. I want to know what's going on, but you don't show it to me, so it intrigues me more.
You know what that reminds me of? when we're little on the cable TV, channel 99, when you couldn't get it in.
99,
Dude.
there was 70, and then I think
saw a boob.
69. I remember those channels.
Is that a penis?
I used to watch those and try to get something, and I love it when it turned like a blue color, and all of a sudden I can see stuff. I used to do that all the time.
The negative color. It was the negative color. Yeah.
I thought I was in heaven when the negative came up. I'm like, I see everything I want to see.
Oh my God.
Dude, I remember like I found my stepdad's like porn stash. He had a porno stash. He had like a DVD at a certain place in the house, and I'd get it and I'd watch it, and then every time I try to put it back by the same spot he had it at.
We had to rewind the video back to where it was because it was back with the VHS back. Oh, or did you have DVDs?
Both, I think.
Yeah, I had VHS, so I had to make sure I rewinded it back to where it started, and then I was like, nobody knew.
Yes.
Nobody knew nothing.
Yes, I got a story.
Oh shit!
I got a story.
Say it.
So I remember.
By the way, this is fun. Thank you guys.
This is fun. Thank you.
Appreciate
I appreciate it.
Tell your story.
My dad lived in
Cochina.
Idaho. Dude, no, it wasn't me. It's my dad. My dad is cochino. My mom would call him chino cochino. So my dad's the Asian one. He's Japanese. Yeah. So he goes to work. He's got us for the summer.
I haven't heard that in so long.
Yeah, chino cochino. Yeah, chino cochino. Ay, is that your dad on the phone? Yes, mom. My dad now. You sound like your mother. Oh my God. So he picks us up. We're up there for the summer. And my dad is the biggest pervert I know. He's got porn. And I think this is why I like white, I guess, parts. I don't know. Because he liked white women.
Okay.
And so all his porn was just white people.
Yeah.
And I remember him leaving to work. And my brother, he is 6 years old, wants to watch Batman. Put in the movie, brother.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Batman is playing. I'm asleep on the couch. Brother is like, sis. And now it's no longer Batman.
Yeah.
It is things happening. Oh my God. And then, my bitch ass, I try to fast forward it to see if I could find Batman for my little brother. So it just made it even weirder.
Just get past this part.
Oh my, yes.
Yeah, they're just
we know.
I don't think there's any more Batman.
like they gotta solve crime sooner or later, right?
We never told our dad. We never told him.
Dude, that's so fucking funny.
We never told him.
The fact that you were like, all right, I know Batman's in
It's here. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be here because it was VHS back in the day.
Love
yes.
VHS for those things.
Bruce Wayne got bitches, but damn, Bruce Wayne. Wrap it up. Fuck.
Penguin. That's when Danny DeVito was Penguin. Oh,
Best Penguin, yes.
You got to fuck, marry, kill. Danny DeVito, Batman, or the Riddler. Nah.
That's when what's her name was Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Ooh.
Yeah, she was a hot
She was a good
Catwoman.
cat.
Who was Poison Ivy when it was like Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze? Do you remember that?
Uma Thurman. Thank you.
I didn't remember that. Really?
Yeah.
Poison Ivy? Dude, she was a hot ass Poison Ivy.
I remember the movie, but I didn't remember her as Poison Ivy.
You kiss
Is
her
she?
and then you
Am
die.
I saying this correctly? I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah.
I think it is. Her.
I remember from Pulp Fiction. That's still my favorite Uma Thurman was Pulp Fiction.
Who's y'all's favorite Batman? Who is y'all's Batman?
My Batman is what's his name?
Val Kilmer?
No, but he was Batman at one time. It's what's his name? He was
The Dark Knight?
George Clooney?
no.
You didn't want the
Way
bloodshot?
before.
The
No, way
Shredder?
before with Danny DeVito as Penguin.
Michael. Oh, that was Michael Keaton.
George
wasn't it?
Clooney?
No. There was George Clooney.
Michael, what'd you say?
Michael Keaton.
Yes, that
Dude,
guy.
Michael Keaton.
That's
is the
my
Batman I wanted to
Batman.
bring. I'm tired of them making Batman movies. I want them to
That
make
is
a
my
Batman
Batman.
Beyond. Age the Batman. Bring Michael Keaton as an old Batman.
Most annoying Batman, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Really? You didn't like Christian Bale?
Look, I love him.
like his voice.
No, fucked it up for me. I love Batman. Like, what are you doing? Look, I met Christian Bale when he was doing Newsies. I didn't meet him, but that's when I was introduced to him.
Yeah.
When he was a newsie, he was a poor little boy selling newspapers.
Damn. So the voice fucked it up for you, huh?
It did,
Yeah.
man. It messed it up.
Damn.
Oh, why are you doing that?
He was so good.
It was horrible.
I did.
so
I
good.
like the old Tim Burton style though. Tim Burton add character to the actual movies. That was
The
the
Dark
director.
Knight one?
No, the original with Michael.
Oh,
Keaton.
okay.
He made it to where it was all music, and Danny Elfman did the music. So I loved that style though. Tim Burton and Michael Keaton.
Oh.
But he also did Edward Scissorhands. He did all those movies. Was Tim Burton?
Right.
That was the reason I liked those, though. I liked the shots they had, and I liked the music behind it.
Damn. Yeah, I just remember Arnold Schwarzenegger's dumbass as Mr. Freeze. That was my favorite.
I lived in California when he was our governor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So this man is my governor right now.
That was funny, right?
Wasn't it the same time that Gary Coleman ran for governor, too?
I don't know, but that would have been Coleman or what? Gary? Who am I thinking of?
Gary Oldman?
Oldman.
He's a great actor. I love him.
He's great.
The Fifth Element, love that Gary Oldman.
Yes. I didn't realize all his different. He's
So
that
many.
guy with the messed up face in Silence of the Lambs.
Dude, I didn't realize.
I didn't realize that either. I didn't know that.
That's him.
Did you ever see True Romance?
Oh, I just watched that
that's old
recently
school,
again.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that he was the drug dealer,
Yeah.
Gary Oldman. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Dude with dreadlocks. He's his fucking dreadlocks.
Have you seen
He's a white
Churchill?
boy.
He does a great performance in Churchill.
No.
There's so many quotes from that movie that are amazing. Churchill had so
He's
many
just
quotes.
amazing.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
solid actor, dude. He's a great actor. Oh man. Well, this has been fun, guys.
Yeah,
For sure.
fun.
I don't know. Thank y'all for coming.
for having us.
Y'all are on social media. Do y'all do the Facebooks?
I have the
Where can they
Facebook.
find you? You want anybody to find you? Add
got
you?
the
on
Facebook.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. You don't do social media. Do you do social media? No.
Yeah,
Do
that was
you?
my job in the
Do
military.
you?
Was intelligence. It fucked with my head. I don't
Yeah.
want to have any of that no more because I realized the potholes that goes down. Yeah, yeah.
People are creepy.
People are creepy, man. But you know
So,
what?
Look, I've dated a lot of men from prison. That's all I think about. It's just some dude jacking on your picture. So that's why I'm
that.
super
I'm
private.
okay with that. I feel special. If they did that to me, I would feel happy.
Have y'all ever
yeah.
masturbated to a picture? This was like before
Oh yeah,
porn.
I mean, that
I
was
remember
when,
doing
when
that.
Playboys and all those things were a thing in Hustler. I absolutely did pictures.
Dude, you know what I remember? It was like Lowrider magazine as a kid. You
That's
remember that
old
shit?
school.
Yeah, they'd be in bikinis and shit.
Oh, you were
Big ass
baby though.
titties. Yeah.
Like
I don't think
we
I've read
were.
those.
No, you
I
don't
remember
re-
seeing them, but I never
he,
actually got
he
one.
might have been. You might have been gone for the military. You've been in
Probably.
the military.
The first time I got introduced to porn was through my like brother and my cousins, because he was like they were about like 10 years older than me, and he brought like me and my other little cousin into the room, and he's like started playing it, and I remember literally tilting my head like, what's that? Because it was an up close shot like of just a doggy style.
So
It was like
bad.
it was up close shots. I was
The
like,
first
I am
time
a
I got
mother.
what the
introduced,
fuck is that?
4 kids. I'm on no.
And
I got
then-
introduced to porn through my grandmother. She had that shit on the TV while I'm doing other things. I'm like, oh, I see what
Your
that is.
grandma had porn on.
Yeah, it was a party, but for some reason she had that on.
Your grandmother sounds lit.
It was a party.
I told you a little bit about her.
Your grandmother was
It was a
awesome.
party,
interesting, yeah.
and she had it on.
Yeah.
I think it was a
And
swinger
she told me,
party.
Mijo, watch, you need to learn how to do this. You need to learn how to take
That's
care of
not
the woman."
right.
Was Stavros there?
That's not right. That sounds.
That's why I'm
that
part of
kinda
San
sounds
Antonio.
like child abuse, friend. Right?
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Think about my life. I'm happy right now. Don't make
Okay.
me start rethinking about my
All
life
right.
that way.
I'm sorry, but not. Would you let your son? Okay, just picture this: you're having a party,
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
and the porn is on.
All right.
And your mom tells your son, Mijo, watch this. So you could
learn what you're doing.
Oh
so you
my
can take
God.
care. It wasn't even just watch. It was
Oh my
take notes. Learn what you're doing.
That's not right.
That's what you need to do. I mean, it wasn't the shit nowadays, though. The stuff nowadays is where you're putting a foot on the back of someone's neck and you're going extreme.
Jesus.
This was gentle. It was beautiful stuff.
I don't watch porn, guys.
Oh, well, I do.
I need to stop.
all men do.
But
I need
again,
to
I'm into
stop.
the stuff with the blurries now. So it's all fascinating to me.
That's weird.
I love
sounds
it. I don't know.
racist.
I don't know why. Not really? Because there's only one spot that they blur. Well, 2 spots technically.
What are it? So soft porn?
No, it's
Oh,
fine.
I hated
But it's
that
all
shit.
blurs that you're seeing. It's fucking. It's amazing.
I'm very confused with the blurs.
Skinamax. You remember the softcore
Yes,
shit like
yes.
on HBO?
HBO.
They wouldn't
taxi,
show insertion.
Taxi cabs,
Yeah.
confessions.
I remember that
real
shit,
sex.
too.
Remember
Wow,
real
I hadn't
sex?
thought of taxi bag.
Yes,
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, I do.
What a tease! Like, is anything
It
gonna happen
was,
right now?
yes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Totally a tease.
That and Real Sex. I remember always watching Real Sex.
I remember that one.
when they had the when they were making the toys.
Yeah, they're just like, look, this is Barbara. She's 47 and she makes dildos.
Big
Like,
old dong.
yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Yo.
There was an old lady that used to do like the sessions on the radio, the Doctor something, and she used to talk about the sex stuff, and that threw me off. Listening to an old lady talk about sex.
I remember Delilah.
Oh my God, she's
Remember
everywhere. Delilah.
Yeah, dude, I remember that.
No, she was on the Soft Rock. She was everywhere.
Yeah.
So my dad would come pick us up in the summer. Dude, she was in Texas. She was in Oklahoma. She was in
Syndicated.
in Iowa. Like, she was everywhere. Delilah is everywhere. I think it
OG.
was like a
I've never heard
1-800
this.
number. She had the most soothing voice.
I remember the
So
old
sexy.
You remember
She
the
had
old
the
800
nicest
numbers when you
soothing
can go
voice.
to a payphone and type those in and try to get free minutes?
Mm.
You never
No.
did that. You never did the little ads where it said like 1-800 big butts.
Oh, I did live links. You remember live links?
No.
It was like a call-in thing where it's like you get to like it was like Tinder before Tinder, but you have to call in. You would leave a voice message and it'd be like, "Hi, I'm Denise. I got 3 kids. If you're looking for a man, leave a message." And then like me as like a 16-year-old be like, "Oh, you sound hot." And like fucking that's like just doing dumb shit like that. Yeah, that was funny.
So I guess that's the same thing that you would kind of do.
I went to payphones and did it just because you could type it in. They give you the little preview in the beginning, and then you had to enter money. But
That and Heartbeats. You remember Heartbeats? They're like, "This is for my Sancho,
I
my
do.
Vato locked up right now."
Because, like I said, I dated a lot of guys. They're like, "Why aren't you on the radio? Can you call?" Oh, so I could be, "Hi, this is for my dirty on 6th floor. I'm keeping it up for you, baby. Oh, we love you. Baby Junior loves you." Fuck that. I was not that bitch.
I remember that, dude. Oh my
There was a
God.
lot.
There was a lot of them.
This is for Jose.
Yeah. They're all Latinas, dude. They're all Latinas.
I'm holding it down for you, puppy. Hey, daddy, get off. I mean,
Yeah. Just waiting for you to come home. Oh man.
yes, I remember. I think they still do that.
Oh, they probably do. They have
I think
to,
they
right?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little one in jail right now. Yeah.
Let them
Call
know.
the radio.
Call the radio.
Call the radio.
Oh man. Well, this has been fun, guys. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for doing this. This has been That's Hilarious,
Cheers. That
folks.
was great.
Enjoy, like, subscribe,
Subscribe.
subscribe, and share.
Smash that button.
Peace.
Bye.